right, it's always a pleasure to have my next guest on the show, Terrance McKinney, and you can see him fight next on November the 20th at UFC Vegas 43 when he faces Fares Ziam. Terrance, how are you?
Great, man. Just a couple more. We got like 15 pounds to go, but we ready.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see you back in the cage. It's been quite a while since your unbelievable UFC debut. I know you were waiting on some medicals after the fight. Is that the reason for the lengthy layoff? Because I'm sure, you wanted to get back in there sooner than this fight.
Yeah, but we just had to make sure everything was okay and everything came back clear. My knees 100% good to go. So I'm excited to perform next week.
Very good. How's this camp been? How are you feeling?
Honestly, the weight cut's been easy. So like 15 pounds is nothing. Like I feel great. I'm ready to. I'm just ready to fight. We're sorry didn't have to wait so long, but we had a good camp. I've been lifting, actually been running, so I'm just ready to show new Terrance out there.
Anything new or different? Any new wrinkles in this camp? Have you brought in any new training partners or anything like that?
No, I just stick with my coach Pablo. Really, me and him doing our thing. We study the guy and we drill exactly what he's gonna do and how we're gonna counter.
So what has life been like for you since we've seen you inside of the Octagon last? Like anything new or different in your personal life? Can you give me like any updates on something else you've been working on?
Really, right now, I'm really just focusing on this fight because I train like every fight's for the belt because if I lose, I'm one step away from belt. If I win, I'm one step closer to belt. So every belt's a title fight, in my opinion, in my mind. So we're training for life and death out here. Like I gotta go, and this person's trying to take it. So that's my only focus right now.
I'm sure you watched UFC 268 last weekend, so I got to get your thoughts on that, man. I mean, wow, what an amazing card, top to bottom. A lot of people are saying it's a top 5 all-time UFC card. What was your overall takeaways?
Yeah, that main event was fire, and my two favorite fights were Billy Q and Shane Burgos, and then I'll say Michael Chandler and them were second. It's just they hit harder, so the fans liked it more. But that Billy Q fight was crazy.
It was. As far as that Chandler Gaethje matchup, is that a fight you'd like to see run back, or do you feel like they both took so much damage that just leave it alone and match them up with somebody else next time out?
Well, yeah, eventually they're gonna have to fight again, and eventually I'm gonna have to fight one of those guys, and I'm looking forward to it.
When you look at the lightweight division right now, like, what is your overall thoughts of the top of it? Obviously, you got the title fight coming up in the near future, Oliveira and Poirier. You got Makhachev that just keeps climbing the ladder. Some guy named Conor McGregor is always looming around. So, what is your thoughts on the top of the lightweight division in comparison to some of the other better divisions in the UFC?
I think we're one of the toughest division, so like it kind of all worked out. So I'm happy I'm in this weight class. So like when I do it, people will know that I'm one of the greatest to ever do it, and that's the main goal, and not just to win it in one division, but two. Like we got big goals, so we're working hard.
What would be that second division? You go up to 170 or down to 45?
170. I can't make 45 anymore.
Okay, good enough. Now, championship prediction: Poirier, Oliveira. Who do you see winning that?
I got Dustin.
How does he do it?
I think he can TKO him.
So when obviously you're talking about wanting to win the title eventually, that's the goal. How do you feel you match up with the top of the division? Like, is there someone that you feel like would be your toughest competition stylistically? Would it be someone like Makhachev, or just run me through your thoughts as far as like matchups go for you personally?
I think Justin Gaethje and Islam would probably be like the two like hardest matches. But like I said, I'll fight anyone, anytime, anywhere. It don't matter. Like I'm not one of the fighters that talk like that either. Like they sent me their name, I'll sign a contract. Cause like as a fighter, you gotta believe in yourself. Like and humbly, I just respect my training. I respect my coach, and I know my speed's a lot different than anyone at this weight class. And I
Yeah.
know that's gonna give me a huge advantage every time. And I know how to wrestle.
And you've only had one fight in the UFC so far, so there's still so much to see from you. Remind me again, what is your current contractual status with the company?
Uh, What do you mean by that? Like,
How many more fights do you have on your deal?
okay, I got 3 more fights.
3 more fights. And if you go into this next fight with Fares and you don't take any damage, you finish him early. How active are you trying to stay? Are you trying to compete as much as
I'm
possible?
trying to fight in December. Yeah,
Okay. Forget about the holidays. The holidays to you is
yeah,
fight.
yeah. As long as I'm not hurt unscathed, I'll be down to fight every month.
Okay, good enough. So UFC Vegas 43, November the 20th, obviously at the Apex. Who will be in your corner come fight night? And when do you leave for Vegas?
We leave the 16, and I have Pablo Alfonso, Jacoby Jones, and Jason House in my corner.
And so what will be, I guess, your schedule like when you're there? Is it just a lot of media stuff that you got to do while you're there? Or are you going to be able to have some time to kind of work on some things leading up to the fight?
Well, we'll have enough time to cut weight, make weight. But I'm not. I don't even focus on that stuff till I'm there. Like right now, I'm just focused on getting dialed in and do what I do best. Looking for another first round finish, make a statement.
All right. So your opponent, Fares Ziam, he's 12-3. He's 2-1 in the UFC, both decision victories. When you look at his style, I mean, how do you like this for yourself? Do you feel this is going to be another quick knockout?
I think yeah, we can get it done quickly. He holds his challenges. I know he's a great fighter, but like I said, I'll make it a dirty fight, and I know he doesn't like that, and I know I'm at least get one clean shot, and that might be all she wrote.
So do you feel like it gets into the second round, or are you going to finish him before the first 5 minutes?
I'm trying to finish him before the first 5 minutes. I'm trying to get a ranked opponent after this fight, so I need to make a statement.
Okay, man. I love that. I'd love to see you against a ranked opponent next. Again, Terrance McKinney will face Fares Ziam November the 20th at UFC Vegas 43. T-Rex, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, my man. Before I let you go, I want to give you the floor. Tell people where to follow you on social media. If you have anyone to thank, the floor is yours.
Everyone can follow me at TX155, and I just want to give a shout out to God for giving me this opportunity to be in the UFC, and I just won't take this for granted. And I want to thank my mom, Katara Johnson, and Tony Jones, and Warrior Camp, and Pablo Alfonso, and Rose Alfonso, and then just all my friends who are supporting me too, the whole city, my fans. I love you guys.